Hi, this is Richard Chamberlain, and welcome back to the Protecting Your Family's Future podcast. This is episode number 37, and in today's episode, we're going to be looking at a question we often get asked, and that is, how often should we change our estate plan? Well, the answer to that question is going to depend on how often certain things in your plan are changing. For example, you might need to change the who decisions, the question about who your beneficiaries will be. You might need to change your successors, the people who are named to serve as the executors, or your successor trustees, your agents or guardians. So as your who decisions change, who's going to be receiving property, or who's going to be serving in these roles, you'll need to change your documents to reflect those changes. So for the beneficiaries, you might add or remove beneficiaries, or you might change the amounts or percentages that are going to beneficiaries. You might add a specific distribution to a particular beneficiary. So as these decisions have been made and then changed, of course, the documents need to be changed as well to reflect those changes. Your successors may change. You might add additional people to serve as the successor trustees or agents under your power of attorney, as guardians for your children. So these are additional reasons why the people in your plan, the who decisions, why those would need to be changed. Now, you might also want to change the how decisions, and that is, how do you want your plan to operate? For example, do you want your estate to avoid probate? If you have a will plan now and you decide, well, I want my estate to avoid probate, then you need to update your estate plan to make it so that it will avoid probate. If you're not familiar with probate and why you might want to avoid it, I suggest you go back and listen to episode number 4 in our podcast, and that is why you want to avoid probate. You might also, as part of a change to your plan, think about how your assets will be distributed to your beneficiaries. So that's another big one. How will your assets be distributed? You can go and listen to episode number 10 if you haven't heard that one yet, and that is how to protect your beneficiaries in your estate plan. That is some good information on different ways to make distributions to your beneficiaries that can provide additional protections for them. So those are some reasons why your estate plan might need to change, and you should update your estate plan as often as those things change. A better question, really, better than how often should I update my estate plan, a better question is, how often should I review my estate plan? Because you won't know that you need to change it unless you're thinking about it, unless you're reviewing it. And we recommend that you review your plan on an annual basis so that you're thinking about this regularly. On the anniversary of the signing of the plan, for example, is a good way to do it. So you need to be monitoring these who decisions, these how decisions, to make sure that things are still going to be doing what you want and need them to do. In addition, this is super important. If you have a trust, you need to be reviewing your assets on an annual basis to make sure that they are still properly aligned with your plan goals and the plan design. If you don't know anything about asset alignment, go back and listen to episode number 20, because in that episode we talked about how important asset alignment is in having your estate plan meet your planning goals. So I hope that's helpful for you today. If you have an estate plan, you need to review it periodically. We suggest annually, and make changes as your needs and goals change for the way the plan is designed. If you have questions about updating your plan or making a new plan if you don't have one already, feel free to reach out to us. The contact information is in the show notes, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.